What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my new career mode. This is episode number 49, and we do start today's episode off with the Euro 2016 group stage. As you can see, we've got Belgium, Scotland and Austria as well with Italy, and this is the Italy team we got. We're playing a 3-1-4-2 or a 3-5-2, however you stylize it, and it's got some pretty decent players in there. We're missing Chiellini through injury. Buffon and Pirlo, despite still being in the game, I decided not to call them up, so I'm trying to transition the Italy side into a newer one, a younger one. But so we do take on Scotland for the first game of the campaign. If you're not a fan of international football in career mode, then I recommend giving this episode a skip. Just feel free to exit the video now, as you'll see nothing other than international football and no emails about the club with Torino. And there you go. Still, we do take on Scotland for the first of the three group stage games, and the first chance of the game would fall in the 8th minute as well, as we had our first chance here as Rossi gets on the ball and tries to fake shot around Martin. Side heels it towards Verratti, who keeps hold of the ball for us here, and Verratti plays a lovely ball out wide towards Marchisio. Marchisio slides it through towards Immobile. Immobile cuts inside here, tries to shoot. The goalkeeper Marshall makes the save. However, Marchisio wins the header and puts the ball into the back of the net and opens the scoring and makes it Italy 1, Scotland 0, just 10 minutes in. So the perfect start to this game, Marchisio giving us the opening goal. Marshall made a pretty good save, but a header by Marchisio. I had to watch all 3 replays for this. This is brilliant. He outjumps the Scottish player and the man on the line as well. Like, seriously, he had to have some serious power to make sure that he'd get the ball up and over him before he had time to jump. What a great header that was by Marchisio, and it's Italy 1, Scotland 0. So we take the lead in this game, and in this first game of the group stage, Marchisio getting the opening goal of the game. 8 minutes later, a great chance to make it 2-0. Verratti plays an absolutely superb through ball to Immobile. What a ball that was. He runs clear, Marshall makes the save, but Immobile wins the follow-up header and makes it Italy 2, Scotland 0. So just like the first goal, the first attempt is saved, but the second rebound, if you will, the rebound header goes into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 to Italy. So nice save by Marshall again there, but he just wasn't getting the luck there. It rebounds again towards an Italy player. Immobile wins the header, puts it into the open goal. A bit of an easier header this one, but he still had to score in. It's Italy 2, Scotland 0, as we see a Torino player make it 2-0 to the Italians. So also a bit of a sort of an assist for Verratti. Not sure I got credit with it, but even so, what a lovely ball that was. And it's Italy 2, Scotland 0. Great chance for Scotland to get themselves back in the game, though, just 6 minutes later after I gave away a penalty, and it was a really stupid challenge as well by Verratti, who had a really good start to this game, grabbing I think it was the assist for the second goal he would have been credited with, but even so, that was just silly. Don't know what I was doing there. Pressed the circle button for absolutely no reason. I was never going to win the ball, and a great chance from the penalty for Jordan Rhodes to make it 2-1. So Rhodes stands up and scores as well, and the English-born Scottish international makes it Italy 2, Scotland 1, as the Blackburn Rovers striker puts Scotland back in the game. So disappointed with that one, really, because it's like, you know, some penalties you'll concede and they're sort of accidental collisions or just, you know, bad timing, I guess. With that penalty I gave away, like, that was just, there was no need for me to press the circle button there. I don't know why I did it, and it was really, really stupid. So Rose does convert the penalty and make it Italy 2, Scotland 1, Scotland back in the game, and that was my fault. But in the 43rd minute, a great chance to make it 3-1. Candreva plays it through towards Rossi here, who goes for the chip, puts it over Marshall. What a great finish that was, but sadly for us, the goal is disallowed for offside, and it will not count. And as you can see, it was pretty tight, but he was indeed offside. So right decision by the linesman, and it's still Italy 2, Scotland 1. And on the stroke of half-time, a good chance for Scotland to equalise here from this free kick. They're about 20 yards from goal, just outside the area. Really, really good opportunity here for them to get themselves back on level terms. It's Scott Brown who stands over it. I was dragging the wall forward, trying to put the Celtic midfielder off here, trying to basically just test his nerve, see if he could keep his nerve here from the free kick, try and get the ball over the wall and into the back of the net. Brown was standing over it, and instead it was rolled off to him by Fraser, and the shot goes wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So still Italy 2, Scotland 1, as they messed up a pretty good chance there from that free kick. But from the goal kick, we pass out from the back as per usual, and Candreva gets on the ball and plays it through towards Verratti. But as Verratti gets the ball here off Bricca, as he almost gave the ball away, Candreva gets on it again, goes down the right hand side here, takes it around Liam Bricca, who can't keep up. He keeps on going, whips in a lovely cross to the centre, and Immobile wins the header, but Marshall is equal to it and turns it behind for a corner. So still Italy 2, Scotland 1 going into the break, and in the restart here, 17 minutes after the restart in the 62nd minute, a good chance for Scotland to equalise. Eventually the ball comes through towards Stephen Naismith, and what a great chance missed there for Scotland. Would they get a better one? Well, that was a brilliant opportunity, and Naismith can't hit the target. So still Italy 2, Scotland 1. In the 75th minute, another good chance for Scotland here. Liam Bricca finds Ross McCormack through towards Griffiths, and sadly for us, Leigh Griffiths would equalise for Scotland and make it Italy 2, Scotland 2, as Scotland are back on level terms after coming from from 2 goals down. But I was very frustrated about this goal because in the regular season with Torino, we conceded a goal similar to this one when Bernardeschi got injured and the opposition played on. That's what happens here. De Rossi takes a tumble, stays down, stays injured, but Scotland played on, and they're well within their rights to do so. You know, play to the whistle, but even so, Scotland came forward. We were down to 10 men as De Rossi was injured, and Griffiths punishes us. So Italy 2, Scotland 2. Scotland bounced back from 2 goals down to equalise in this game, and in the 90th minute, it could have been 3-2. Ritchie down the right-hand side here in the area, turns, finds Naismith, but the shot goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick. Had we threw away all the points late on there, I would have been very, very frustrated. It was how the game would finish. Italy 2, Scotland 2. It was a really good game, to be honest. Really awesome way to start the tournament. As you can see with the stats as well, relatively balanced. I felt as though we could have nicked a winner from somewhere. We had 2 more shots, 3 more on target as well. I felt as though we could have nicked a winner, but to be honest, I think a draw is still a fair result because Scotland had quite a few good chances, as well as we did too. And there you go. Still, De Rossi is going to be out for 4 weeks, so he's going to miss the rest of the tournament. That's a real shame because with Chiellini injured, he's come in and been our captain for this Euro 2016 campaign. Now he's going to be out for the rest of the campaign. That's just so frustrating to see our captain miss out on the rest of the tournament. Of course, with Chiellini not even getting picked because he was injured before the call-up happened. At the time the call-up happened. So that's a real shame, but nothing we can do about that. We take on Austria for the second of the 3 group stage games in today's episode here, and we needed to bounce back as well with a win. After that draw against Scotland, after being 2 goals up in 18 minutes and throwing it away and only getting a point, we had to bounce back in this game and get ourselves the win. I didn't change formation, but I did change some of the personnel, gave some chances to players like Bonaventura and Crisquito as well, see what they can do. The first chance would fall to Austria in the 38th minute. Schwab gets played forward here, and unfortunately for us, we will concede as well. 38 minutes in, 7 minutes before the half-time break, Schwab gives Austria the lead, and unfortunately for us, we fall behind for the first time this tournament. It was a brilliant through ball, but my defence, like seriously, Italy play 3 at the back, and I've never been too keen on playing 3 at the back, you know, regardless of what formation it is. 3 defenders at the CB position, never really been a fan of it, and I thought I'd stick faith with the 3 at the back, try and, you know, test it out in this European Championship, see how I do, but the space Schwab had there was just ridiculous. I don't know who was supposed to be, you know, keeping him marked in the zonal marking system, but even so, that was really poor, and it's Austria 1, Italy 0. So Austria take the lead in this game in the first half, and in the second half here, 6 minutes after the restart, they had a good chance to make it 2-0. Weimann misses the header, and it falls to Harnik, and thankfully for us, Bernie makes a great save and turns behind for a corner. So still Austria 1, Italy 0, as Austria went in search of a second goal, and we just did not get started in this game whatsoever. We had a good chance here in the 68th minutes. Crisquito goes down the left-hand side, takes it round Wimmer, across the ball into the centre, Immobile wins the header, but puts the ball over the bar and behind for a goal kick. So still Austria 1, Italy 0 in this game. As Mobley went relatively close there, but it was still 1-0. But from the goal kick here, the number 12 launches the ball forward towards Weimann, the Aston Villa striker. We win the header and it comes to Insigne, flicks it on towards Rossi. Rossi on the turn finds Verratti, who had a good first game against Scotland, pretty inconsistent in this game though with his passing. Finds Rossi, Rossi finds Candreva down the right hand side, cuts inside past Allo with a fake shot, but that shot was terrible, and it goes way over the bar and behind for a goal kick, and it was how the game would finish as well. Austria 1, Italy 0. So in our first 2 group stage games, we have just a 1 point, a terrible start to these European Championships. We had more shots, yes, a little bit less possession and the same on target, but it was a really poor game. I just could not break down the Austria defence. I just did not look good enough with the ball at my feet. So Austria 1, Italy 0, and as you can see, with 2 games to go, we are in 3rd place with just a 1 point. Our European Championship hopes hang by a thread because we need to beat Belgium and hope that Austria don't beat Scotland. If Austria don't beat Scotland and we beat Belgium, we will qualify on the head-to-head roll-in or by 1 point, depending on how Austria get on. But if we fail to beat Belgium, it's all over. You know, it's all over. You know, destiny's not even in our own hands right now, because if Belgium win, it's all over. If Austria win, it's all over anyway. We have to win regardless and hope Austria don't beat Scotland. So coming into this game, we needed to win. We had to get a better display in this game. Otherwise, we are leaving the Euros very early in the group stage. I've only done that once before, I do believe, in any international tournament on YouTube. So hopeful not to see that happen again, but the first chance would fall to Belgium in the 31st minute. Benteke almost opened the scoring for Belgium. Thankfully for us, the Aston Villa striker ends up hitting the bar from the header though, and eventually Bernie dives on the rebound. So still 0-0, but in the 40th minute, a good chance for us to open the scoring. Candreva crossed the ball in, picks out Balotelli, making his first start of the tournament, but Courtois makes a good save, and the Chelsea goalkeeper turns it behind for a corner. So still Italy 0, Belgium 0, and 3 minutes before the break here, another good chance for Belgium. De Bruyne finds Benteke here, down the right hand side, takes it around Bonucci, plays it inside inside towards Bruno, and the shot goes just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So still 0-0 going to the second half. And 5 minutes after the restart here, again, another great chance for Belgium, who were looking so strong when going forward. You can see why they're top of the group right now. Benteke plays it through towards Hazard here. The Chelsea man shoots first time, but Bernie's equal to it, and we get the ball away. So still Italy 0, Belgium 0, but to be honest, like, you know, this is a game we needed to win and hoped Austria wouldn't win, and I just did not look capable at all. We had a couple of chances in the first half, yes, but I just was not defending well at all. I was all over the place, really. As they go down left-hand side here, drilling across, it was a great interception by Crisquito. We failed to deal with it fully, though. It comes to Mertens, who strikes it, but thankfully for us, Bernie again bails us out with another good save and keeps it at 0-0. So Bernie right now looking like one of the very few players in this Italy squad that's had a good tournament. So it's still 0-0, but in the 84th minute, Belgium were looking for the goal that would give them the winner. Then Dembele finds Benteke here, who turns and scores as well. Makes it Italy 0, Belgium 1, and that basically just summed up our tournament. You know, completely outclassed and just not good enough defensively. Look at that. That is so easy for Benteke. Turns his man, who gets nowhere near him. The marking is unbelievably light, and he puts the ball past Bernie and makes it Italy 0, Belgium 1. To win a game where we had to win and hope Austria wouldn't beat Scotland to have any chance of us qualifying. We are 1 goal down and just did not look good enough whatsoever. And I'll say right now, we changed to a 4 at the back formation for this game, hoping it will change things. It didn't, and clearly it's not a problem with the formation, it's a problem with me. I did not play well enough in this tournament, and we are out of the Euros in the group stage. That's only the second time I've ever had that happen in an international tournament on YouTube, so get your fill, start laughing at me, because this was a terrible tournament, without doubt one of the worst, if not the worst tournaments I've ever had internationally. And it's safe to say, if you're an Italian, don't worry about it too much, because I won't be managing your nation for much longer. I'm pretty sure in a few months' time, when my contract is up, the Italian FA will be relieving me of my duties, because this was absolutely embarrassing. We leave the European Championships. We would have gone out anyway because Austria beat Scotland, but even so, we leave the European Championships in the group stage in 3rd place without a single win and just 1 point. Absolutely terrible. But that does end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of my new career mode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode, which is episode number 50, and it will be a special very soon.